Hello, guys. It's September 4, 2020. It's already a Friday. You're watching me, Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, here in Awesome 10X live for the Philippine market update. But before I begin, let me just share to you a few things. Today, I'm going to discuss Seven Sharp Creatives. Seven Sharp Creatives is actually a digital marketing arm of City Hub, but you could see that they've had a lot of clientele, Skin Buffet, Max Bank. Of course, this is City Hub Dormitory, Lauder Feedback. They create videos, Nutty Scientist Philippines. You could check out Seven Sharp Creatives. There's also this Facebook page for Seven Sharp Creatives. You could see that for only about 15,000 pesos or about 25,000 pesos monthly, depending on the services that you need, they can help you have a monthly package where you can make your brand, your strategy, your storytelling, and whatever experience that you want for the digital era. Let's say that you want to have videos and you can't make a video and you have a lot of brands that you want to share to the world, perhaps a photo shoot, some graphic design, web design, whatever it is that you need. 15,000 pesos, about $300. They can help you. You can actually talk to them like what packages you can do, and they can maximize your business because we know that today every company in the traditional businesses need to be digitally transformed, and if you're not actually transforming your business online, you may be losing out for potential customers that are not yet hearing about your business. So that is something that I want you to know about. Seven Sharp Creatives is a marketing agency for the Philippines. But if you're not a Filipino and you want to actually know about them, I hope that you could check it out. It is around $300 to $500 a month. And I'm pretty sure that wherever you are, a Filipino or American, they will be happy to help you out. So that is my little plug. And now let's begin to the Philippine market. The Philippine market today is 5,785. It's up 12 points. You could see that the market is still below 6,000. Your market today is at least not heavily sold down despite the Wall Street sell-off last night. Market value today is 4.8 billion pesos. You could see decliners are still outnumbering your winners. 77 advancers, 104 losers. Foreign net selling is 770 million. Nothing surprising about that. We have been seeing foreign net selling every single day anyway. So Philippine Stock Index is down and then went up, down and then went up. Financials are still down. Industrials are still down. Your holding firms managed to go up. Your properties managed to go up. Your mining is down and your services are down. Typically a profit-taking move. So you could see that Ayala Land, fierce upward move, 4.8% up today. We noticed last night that actually that Ayala Land and SM Prime, we were trying to make a guess whether it will actually bottom out at 26 or 24. Today is one of the first days that Ayala Land said, hey, I want to be bought, and it's up 4%. Let's see what's happening in the property sector. Robinson's Retail is also up 3%. That's good. So we are seeing that some people are willing to buy some healthcare related, noticing that Robinson's Retail is not just a supermarket, but also owns the generics pharmacy and owns your South Star drugs. And of course, Mini Stop and a lot of other things. Robinson's Land is up 2.6%. Some San Miguel shareholders, investors are happy today with us seeing San Miguel up 2.8%. We are seeing that your losers today is BPI, 3.85% down. First Gen is down 3.6%. Pure Gold is down 2.45%. Your Globe and PLDT are being taken profits from 2% each down. Your Aboitiz Power is down 2%. So let's take a look at each of the index statistics for the day. So for today, your gainers, you could see that the very big gainer is Ayala Land. People are willing to buy Ayala Land. After 26.9 close last night, yesterday, Ayala Land today is trading at 28 pesos and 20 cents. This is the very first day that we saw Ayala Land have a bullish move. That's a value traded of about 530 million pesos. Now, the rest, yes, they are moving up, but it is very low volume. Tech is up about 3%, 18 million pesos. Holcim is up 20 million pesos. Your SSI is up a little, 8% up from 104 to 113, here at about 17 million pesos. Good job. Maybe there is rotation happening, seeing that we have been seeing some rotation moves in your value names, such as your casinos. So value names would be properties, casinos, some restaurants out there. So we'll take a look at each one of them. Now, Megawatt is up 3%, 17 million, 7 pesos. Robinson's Retail is back at 70 pesos. Your San Miguel Corporation is 101 pesos today. Let's take a look at your losers. Today's losers with a big sell-off is your BPI. BPI is back to 65. The outperformance at 67 was not able to stay remaining there. Your Nicolasia at about 315 today. So a lot of people taking profits at 327, 330. 1,577 shares trades today for Nicolasia. That is still a profit-taking move after a close to 100% move starting from about 140, 150 early in the March season low of Nicolasia. Now, let's take a look at, of course, some names. Your FNI is also being taken profits from 15 million. FNI is down 3% to 129. You are seeing your Globe and PLDT down 2 to 3%, down 50 pesos, Globe 2,040. Your Pure Gold is also being sold down. 51 is now 49.8. Your PLDT is also getting some profit-taking move, 14.16. So some people are going to cash. We are seeing that as a movement towards cash. Now, what are your most active names today? Your most active names today are your SM and Ayala Land. SM wanted to stay afloat above 800. Today it's trading at 846 pesos. Ayala Land is 28.2. It's keeping your PSEI index afloat, but a good buying signal today does not mean that next week that it's going to be an update. So it's going to take a while for us to see that the bottoming out process is truly happening for SM and Ayala Land. But good to see that your BDO is today up 1 peso 60 cents at 87.80, and Jollibee is being traded on the big value traded 360 million, even if at 136 pesos. On your most active names today, you can see that there's more losers and winners. But in your winning side, your Metro Bank is 33.95. You are seeing some bargain hunting in your some financials. Century Pacific is down slightly at 17.3. And then your Nicolasia 315. So in your top value trades of the moment, CHP is still decent, 149. Didn't get sold off even after a 50% run up, despite the fact that earnings of CHP are absent, right? So on your most actively traded stocks, I'd say that it's mostly your index names, your typical index names. And even if there is a sell-off today in the market, it is not as big as what one would have thought after a massive sell-off in the USA. So let us take a look at each chart, shall we, on the Philippine market. Okay, so of course, we will not miss out on discussing the Ayala Land 4% move today. Let us go to the charts today of your biggest titans na lang, ha? So let's go to your biggest movers for the day. And of course, we will try to discuss those reopening themes. In the US, we always talk about stay-at-home name, reopening theme. By October, there will be the COVID vaccine. So all of these will translate to a potential uptick in your very much dinosaur primitive worlds like the Philippines. So you're promising, you are seeing that Ayala Land is happy if the world will actually come back to the traditional world and not be totally digital. Of course, we need to have our offices back. We need to have our properties back in a world of not too much on the dot-com era, no? So Ayala Land today showing some signs of strength at 28.2, good volume. We need to see a few more days. Can Ayala Land truly bottom out? This is going to be a higher low, but it is still way below that $30 mark. Sorry, 30 peso mark. So indeed, your Ayala Land, we need to see, will it break above 30 or is that, oops, up 30, bungo, down again? So we are seeing a clear downtrend, 34 to about 26. That is how much? That is a 20% downside, right? Let me just check. 34 minus 8 pesos is actually a 20% downside. Okay, correct. So at 20% drop from 34, I'd say that some Ayala Land buyers at 26, 27 came around today. Whether that 28 buyer is a real buyer or is just going to trade that move to about 29.90, it is remaining to be seen. But what we can say is that there's a lot of sellers here at 34, and there's still remaining a lot of sellers at 30. Whether this will carve a bottoming out soon at about 26 to 28, we have yet to see it. We need the market to tell us that. Now, your SM Prime, we know there is value in some properties here. Take note that SM Prime here at about 28 hasn't gone up, but maybe it can do the same thing. After selling off from about 32, it's now here back at 28. Your potential downside, of course, for SM Prime is 26. But this is a typical mall that will make money if we will truly reopen someday in the future. Will you truly not go outside your home? Will you truly not go to the mall someday? A lot of people will argue, of course you will go there. How am I sure about that? Let's take a look at some movie theaters in the USA. AMC Entertainment is actually showing movies in 140. Okay, hindi makita dito. Let's go to some trading views charts, okay? I'm gonna show you a few things on the reopening themes, no? What are happening on the department stores in the world and the movie theaters of the world? So you can see that AMC theaters, teka, what's happening? Pakita. Okay, medyo clear naman no? AMC Theaters is a movie house, no? Movie theater business. And movie theaters have been really one of the hardest punch in the market in the USA. And you could see that from about $2, it went to $7, from about $4 back to that 7. And of course, some profit taking here at 6.6. But the fact that from 4 it went to 7 or 8 tells you that some property segment is being bought out. How do I know this? Okay, Simon Property Groups hasn't gone up, but it is a mall. We also see it a little bit here at Nordstrom. 14 here, 18. That is a range trade play. Macy's department stores doesn't look like it, but 6 to 780 is already a 30% move in just a couple of days. So I'm gonna tell you that in the Philippine market, you are gonna see a little bit of some loving in the property segment. And I'd say that there will be some bargain hunting out for these SM Primes and Ayala Lands. Today is a proof that Ayala Land is moving up. Take a look at whether SM Prime here at about 27.95, even it falls to about 26, could be a potential low risk buy for the people out there who's thinking, what can I buy in the Philippines that is a good company that will not make me lose money, even if it falls 10% the next few days in the USA, and SM Prime could always fall another 5 to 6% in the next few days. So that buy signal has to be small, because if it goes to 25, we're not going to cut there. We're going to actually buy 26, 25, 24, all the way down. So you might say, is that correct? Averaging down. If you have planned it, the answer is yes, because you're averaging within a range. It's not called averaging down. It's called averaging in, because it is a prepared thinking. Now, Ayala Land, the same thing. If you're buying at 28, you probably want to buy at 26 or 24. And you know what you're buying. So, yeah, so that's kind of what's happening here. With that, Ayala Corp isn't backing up yet. It's at 690. This might actually present you, wow, this could be a buying solution for the people who missed out on the Ayala Land. Why don't we buy some Ayala Corp here at about 690 all the way to 650? And you might even argue, what if Ayala Corp goes down to 600? Am I safe here? The reality is that the market has already told you that Ayala Corporation and SM are winners just by the fact that it recovered from about 400 to 800. So that is not me, Nikki, you telling you that Ayala Land is a winner. It is actually the market. The market is telling you that Ayala Corporation is a winner. Now, whether you could buy Ayala Corp here at about 640 or 580, that is for the market to dictate to us. But naturally, these are some support levels, 640 bucks and some 600 bucks, 580 bucks. So far, actually, 700 to 587. That would be a $100, 100 peso range, no? You can buy from 700 to 600. If you started buying at 690, you can probably put another buy at 650 and then another buy at 600. So we are gonna tranche. Let's say you buy today, you buy again next week, and you buy again the next month. Are you sure that it will fall? No, because in fact, sometimes if you buy today, you can see that Ayala Corp, you could sell it here at 750 anytime within the next week or the next month. at least you're buying a leader, not a loser. This is a winner. Now, Ayala Corp is one winner. SM Prime is also a winner. In fact, SM Prime didn't spare any chances. At 800, how much today? 811. It already rallied to 846. Notwithstanding, of course, there will be some sellers here at 920. So the buyers will still reside here at about 780, 750. They will try to buy SM investments as low as they can, whether they be a retail or a foreign fund manager or a local fund manager. Index names are always going to be bought no matter what, even in a bear market, even if in a COVID pandemic era. So what's happening in your banks today? Okay, so BDO, even if the market in the US was falling down, the market rotated to some what we call high quality cyclicals. High quality cyclicals are your traditional banks, your properties. They are high quality companies when it comes to their balance sheet, but of course, with the COVID pandemic, with the risk of all these non-provision loans, with a lot of risk in the consumer loan market, a lot of people are scared on whether BDO can actually suffer any potential losses. Take note though that why do we call them high quality? Because their balance sheets are like fortresses as big as the Amazon forest. So BDO's rainforest is like similar to the cash balance sheet of an Amazon. So with billions of money to actually be able to cushion themselves on any pandemic era, we do see that this 85, 87, even as high as 90 pesos will be bought by some people who will not care about the next month or the next quarter. They're there for BDO for the next 3 to 5 years because they do know that at the end of the day, guys, your bank will still be BDO Unibank, the number one largest bank in the Philippines. It's as if I'm promoting BDO, no? But yes, why not? Metro Bank, of course, here at about 33 is actually a good support. One bottom here, second bottom here, third bottom here, fourth bottom here. Now, definitely, Metro Bank has a lot of selling pressure here at about 41, 42, even here at about 36, 39. So I think for the meantime, if you're buying your Metro Bank here at 34, be patient about it. Be patient because we don't know the future. What we do know is that these banks are high quality cyclicals. A cyclical name means a banks at a certain point in time, it is not gonna be losing money forever. Indeed, in low interest environments, they might be able to lend money to the largest companies as well, who will eventually want some cheap money available, who can pay them anyway, because with low interest rates, at some point in time, where do you want to park your cash? You want to park it in a BDO that is at a discount, in a Metro Bank that is a discount, a high quality cyclical, or an Ayala Corp? Or do you really want to be in cash? And well, of course, your cash is also a great position to be in because you might want to wait for a cheaper opportunity, right? But the thing is, the fact that Metro Bank is doing quadruple bottoms tells you that it's very hard to see Metro Bank below 33 or BDO below 85 anytime soon, right? So those quadruple bottoms could take every year for it to go above 100 bucks. But take a note, what is your risk and what is your reward? So the bulls have this. The bulls have the high quality names like BDO and Metro Bank. They're just waiting for time to prove them right. Now, what's happening with your BPI? BPI didn't even spare a double, triple bottom. This was a higher low. 50 bucks here, 60 bucks here, 61 here, 65 here. Sure, maybe BPI can fall to about 62, right? But you are seeing BPI outperform the other banks. Your Security Bank also outperformed because this was 80. This is 80. Security Bank today is 93. Maybe you want to wait at 80, but yes, these are some high quality cyclicals. What else are the high quality cyclicals? Some conglomerates, right? So AGI here at about 550, 550, 550. Sure, it can go AGI, it can still go 550, but it is what we call high quality cyclicals. Ulitin po natin. HQC, we're willing to buy high quality cyclicals. GT Cap is a high quality cyclical, owns Metro Bank, also has a fortress-like balance sheet. But at 360 to 380, sure, we don't know when it will maximum bottom down. Where will it bottom out? 360, 320. That is for people to bottom guess, no? Parang nagbo-bottom guess lang tayo dyan. But we think that at 400 to 300, there will be people who would see value. At the end of the day, GT Cap is still the largest owner of your Metro Bank, your top two, top three banks in the Philippines, and still owns, of course, a significant stake in insurance firms, and also in your leasing of your cars, and sales distribution for your Toyotas and for your Hondas in the Philippines. Now you might argue, but we are in an era of electric movement. What's going to happen with the Toyotas of the world? Let me just remind you that Toyota also has hybrid electric vehicles, if you aren't aware. So if we are going to be in the electric era in the next 5 years or 10 years in the Philippines, GD Cap has their distribution line that will also sell to you some electric cars if you want them someday in the future. Now, what else are we talking about? ACSM, JGS, of course, higher low. So these are, of course, the identified leaders of the market. Why is it at higher lows? Because JG Summit owns, of course, your URC. And URC is a consumer staple, higher low. Why is CNPF higher lows? Because it is a better company even in an era of pandemic. So obviously the market is not stupid. The market knows who are the leaders here and who are the losers here. That's why PLDT, you could see that this is what a clear uptrend. At 1314, sure, today telephone is falling, but I remind you at 1360 or even 1280, there will be people catching this on the drops. So sure, you can even buy it at 1240 if you can, right? Pure gold, of course, that is a clear winner. It's very clear naman, no? These are your winners. If pure gold falls at about 48 to 46, I'm pretty sure that there will be people willing to buy there on the drop. So some people sold at 54, even at 52. Maybe some people are still selling at 50, but they will be buying that in the drop. What's happening in some of your winners? Your Nickel Asia continues to be a winner. And the beautiful thing about winners is that you are comforted by the fact that should Nickel Asia fall to about 280s, below $3, there will be some buyers, right? And then Ascen, what's happening with your AC Energy? Same thing, still a flag, still a strong company, and these are very much strong. So that is what you see in a leader. Leaders are bought, they are not sold. That's what you like with leaders. You can sleep well at night knowing that somebody's going to catch them when they fall. So let's take a look at the commentary today. Click, click, Bloom. I bought the fucking dip. So Bloom is actually already at 7 pesos. And that is agreeably one of the best movers. That is a reopening theme. Bloomberry, of course, is a leader. You could see that the fact that it moved from about 4 to 8, and these are what you call higher lows. These are not triple, quadruple bottoms. They are not laggards. They are leaders. $4 here, 550 here, $6 here. Today it's 7 in a market that is just bottoming out, and Bloom is already above 70% from the lows. It is telling you that it is indeed the leader. If you have Bloomberry and you support this during the 630, or even you're buying today at about 670 or even at 7, that is a great thing because you are buying a leader and you are willing to buy leaders in a market that is a pathetic loser. In a pathetic loser, what you want to buy are leaders. And from about 6, you sell at 8. Good job for you. How do we know that Bloom is better than all the rest? Because it is at a higher lows. Just the fact that it is making higher lows is already telling you that it is a leader in the reopening side. Now, what else are we seeing in the leader front? Let's take a look at the commentaries. BDO is reversing. Yes, we are seeing some financials trying to reverse. Hopefully, it really reverses, no? So it's going to take some time. High quality cyclicals will be bought. We just don't know when it will really rally. BDO is reversing. Gotten at Nickel Asia, also good. Nickel Asia is a leader. Also bought Ali. Good job. Everything that you are buying is going up. So I think with Ayala Land, it might actually get some sell pressure at 30. Some people thought 30 was a support, and maybe they might sell at 30. We have to check what's going to happen with Ayala Land when it hits that 30 peso mark. Now, there's a question, is it just a correction? What happened to U.S. markets last night? I'll be discussing the U.S. markets later in the global market update. But I'd say that U.S. is a leader, and a 10-20% correction in leaders is normal after a 100 to 500% run-up. So, like example, if you have Nicolasia, if 340 went down to $3 or even at 280, it's not really something that you should panic from, right? In fact, if Nicolasia falls to about 280, you should actually be seeing some buyers buy it because the secular trend is intact. So I would say that I'll discuss the US later, how the winners are doing, what a typical correction is. Is it a distribution or are we truly gonna see an epic sell-off or a collapse? So yon, we'll discuss that later. And of course, I have a 5:30 p.m. class wherein I will have a very interesting topic for you. What if the start of the bear, meaning September, is actually the start of the bear months? September, October, November, December. Burr, 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 burr. What will you do in the next 4 months if we're going to have 4 months of hell? What stocks should you buy? And how should you approach it? So we're going to discuss that, especially in the US global market class later on. Is the negative interest rates good for Philippine banks? Yes. All this cheap money globally is, of course, good for your high-quality cyclicals. These allow your companies like your BDOs, your Metro Banks, your BPIs, your Jollibees, your ICTs, your PLDTs, your Ayala Corps, SMs, JJ Summits. They have the ability to buy cheap money, whereas a person like me, Juan de la Cruz, cannot actually buy a company with cheap money. I don't have cheap interest rates. Only they have that. So, of course, it's positive for the big companies and not good for the small retailers. Now, good afternoon po, ma'am. Good vibes. Yes, good vibes lang lagi. Good positive vibes because good mindset, good positive vibes will help you to see opportunities while everybody is panicking. That's really how you do it. You have to be balanced. Hindi ka naman pwede sobrang happy, pero hindi ka rin pwede sobrang sad. Neutral lang tayo lagi. Uh, Ganyan lang. Neutral, neutral lang. Okay, ASEAN is good. ASEAN is doing well. How about first gen? Very big drop. ASEAN is just okay. 270, it's just hold. First gen ba? 22 pesos na lang. First gen is actually a renewable energy play. And we have been seeing first gen being traded. So at 27, masakit yan. Resistance yan. But at 22, looks like being supported here. So, parang Manila Water lang tong first gen. You have a trading range, no? So, Aboitiz Power, may mga trading range. Manila Water, trading range to. So, bagsak, no? At 14.50, bumagsak muna ng 14, that's profit taking. People will rescue Manila Water at 13 below if it falls there. So, in the Philippines, you can make money if you are actually very much aware with the companies you like. So, some people, focus yan, bibili yan ng maraming BDO, at 87, 88, hintay lang yan. Kung 1 month, baka kumita sila 10% or 2 months, they'll do that. Kasi where can you make 10% in 2 months, di ba? So, okay na rin yun. They'll buy high-quality names like an Ayala Corp if it really falls down to about 600 pesos, di ba? So, Lucia Tan Group. Lucia Tan Group is the owner of smoking cigarettes. First and foremost, parang I think that the market is doing vaping. Although, I think Lucio Tan is, the Philippines kasi mahilig pa rin manigarilyo eh. So, hindi ko masyado masabi. I think the earnings of Lucio Tan did well. Higher low siya, no? Lucio Tan might be higher lows here. Okay lang. 750. May selling pressure here at 950. Okay naman, uptrend. So, looks like you have a winner here. I'd say that I don't have it. Congrats na lang. So congrats. Miss Nikki, thoughts on having multiple simultaneous mentors? Yeah, it's okay. Like I think like you can learn from so many people. Some people like to trade, some people like to invest, some people like to do you can have mentors for whatever you want. But I think you just choose your mentors wisely. So also choose a mentor that you can actually follow. Kasi like you might want to be a trader pero hindi ka naman talaga trader, huwag mong pilitin sarili mo kasi may natural tendencies yung mga tao. Some people have a natural tendency to be a full-time trader. Some people have a natural tendency to know what they own. Core competency nila is to invest only in high-quality names that they like. So may kanya-kanya namang style yan. You can actually skin the cat multiple different times. And I'd say that you have to choose a system that you can really follow. So mas ganon. Like find mentors that will probably like you can agree more rather than disagree lagi, no? So any thoughts with the PHR SRO? Stock rights offering of PHR, that is the property in Subic Clark, no? That is Mr. Dennis Uy. I think that PHR is a good a good company in the sense that they are trying to do the future, which is the Subic Clark zone. Pero the problem with mga stock rights offering, walang liquidity, di natin alam magkano yung presyo, kailan ba yan. So, up siya today, edi good. May news ba? May news to, no? May volume ba? Lang volume eh, 22,000, so 40,000 pesos lang. Hindi natin yun yung problema, no? So, pwede yan isang mirakulo, biglang mag 6 pesos yan someday. Kasi right now, wala talagang interesado. Even if we know na, uy, may potential to kasi Subic Clark to eh. Ito yung magiging Dennis Uy na number one of his BGC. Ito yung parang the next future BGC, di ba? That's what they're talking about. So 2012, the price was 2 pesos. We are seeing it go to 11 and then bagsak siya ulit sa 2 pesos. For these names, watchlist mo yan or kung lalagyan mo ng pera ngayon sa 2 pesos, lagyan mo lang ng pera na hindi mo papansinin. Like example, you buy 10,000 shares, 20,000 pesos. Kung yung 20,000 maging 10,000 pesos, hindi ka ma-heart attack. Pero kung yung 20K mo, bigla nag-50,000, uy, okay. Parang, I think yung mga ganyan, hindi mo kasi talaga masabi, hindi yan pang trading. Ini-invest ng iba yan, thinking about anong gagawin ni Dennis Uy dyan in the future. Thoughts on Semirara? Semirara wants to be a from a renewal. So they know that they have coal, and coal has a limited shelf life. So about 5 years, 10 years, diba? People are really seeing renewable energy in the future, 2030 to 2050. So Semirara is aware. Semirara is very much aware of what they need to do, and they know the shelf life of their coal-powered plants. Pero hindi naman kasi kaya mag-transition ng mabilis ng Pilipinas, sa totoo lang. Look, our Mindanao, our Visayas, they still need power, and some of it is being powered by coal-fired. So, as long as Semirara knows what to do, and they will televise it naman, tinetelegraph nila yan to all their shareholders, no? They have a plan, and as long as they have a plan, may reverse yan. But I don't know when. So, the only reason why the people aren't investing in Semirara today is because they don't know how long, like, kailan ba yan? 5 years time, 3 years time, di ba? That's the reason eh. Parang with so many risks at the moment, that's the only reason why nobody wants to invest when there's so many risks, when they can buy something na mas clear sa kanila. Kasi ito, Semirara, pakita natin, no? From 18, bagsak ng 9. Ang problema is, paano kung mag-5 pa yan? Di ko alam, di ba? Paano kung mag-3 yan? So, mangyayari dyan, pag nag-3 pesos yan, 5 pesos yan, some people will be willing to invest kahit na maging 50% down yan. Kasi Semirara used to trade where? Okay, let's take a look In year 2006, 1 peso went to 50 pesos, right? Semirara can go to 8, 4, 2, 1, I don't know. But the reason why people don't know, kaya they're selling. If people know naman, they'll be buying that aggressively. So I don't really know. I'm not predicting where Semirara will be, where Semirara will go. All I know, mag 20 pesos yan. Pero di ko rin alam. So I'm humble enough to be not aware of what's gonna happen. Sometimes you have to know that you don't know. What are your thoughts on Jollibee? Restaurants are interesting for me. Jollibee has $600 million. I think 500 million, $600 million, yes. They got $600 million or 30 billion pesos. So balance sheet wise, fortress yan. And they're willing to just, the foreigners who gave money to Jollibee were able to give him at a 3.5% to 5% interest rates in dollars. And you know that Philippine peso is stronger than the dollar. The dollar peso rate right now is about 48.50, 48.80, somewhere at that level. So in terms of currency funding, Jollibee made a good decision to borrow money. So ako, neutral to bullish side ako for Jollibee. The lower Jollibee goes, I'll be more bullish. Today, Jollibee is 136. If it falls, say, 125 or even lower, like 110 or $100, I'm willing to buy Jollibee. with the understanding na there's no quick money to be made here. If you're buying here 2020, the money will be made 2021, 2022. Pero, okay lang. Kasi you're not naman, right now, I think, you have to invest a little in the companies you believe in. Kasi let's say, binenta mo 200 pesos. Ngayon, Jollibee, 135. Buybakin mo, kahit mag 100 pesos yan. Kasi, one day naman, totoo naman guys, with the big companies, high quality cyclicals tawag dyan. Jollibee is a high quality cyclical. The Philippines lang, to be honest, it takes time pero Jollibee is one of the companies na pag nag-ariba-ariba na yung market, boom, $180, 180 pesos yan. How do I know this? Let me show you some restaurants in US Iba kasi sa US they're already pricing in 3 years in the future in just 3 months. I'm gonna show you a few things. Starbucks, bakit? Coffee shop ba talaga bang nag-recover? O bakit 50 nasa 90, no? Bumili yung iba sa dito o sa 60. Yung iba bumili na sa 75. Yung March na price ng Starbucks at 90, andyan na siya sa 86. Full recovery na yan. McDonald's na, tinulak pa ng 230, no? Full recovery. Chipotle, all-time highs pa. Take out daw. O, see? Ano nangyari sa Domino's Pizza mo? Oh, all-time highs tawag dyan. Ito yung March hindi nga siya nag-new low Nandyan pa rin siya, all-time high. Anong nangyari sa mga restaurants ng China, Yum China? May vaccine na daw. Ito, 38, pina-all-time high pa nila si Yum China. So kung nakikita mo yung mga nangyayari sa mundo, sinasabi na ng mundo, guys, na yung mga restaurants, pasalamat kayo sa Pilipinas. Maraming tanga sa Pilipinas na nagbebenta ng Jollibee sa 135. Kung ibenta nila yan sa inyo hanggang 100 pesos, ang usapan lang dyan, guys, kaya mo ba yung 135 to 100? Kasi in 1 day's time, hindi ko alam kung 1 day or 1 month, angat din yan ng 200 pesos. Hindi ko lang alam kailan. Kasi 150 pa lang, nagmamadali na yung mga Pinoy magbenta Dami kasing chupetero rin sa market. Hindi lahat investor sa market. Agree tayo dyan. At 150, maraming sellers sa Jollibee. Pero isang araw, 200 yan. Yun lang. Sige, ang dami ko nang sinabi. US na tayo, guys. Thank you very much. See you again next week. And see you later, 5:30 p.m. Free Friday class. Every Friday is Free Fridays for everyone who wants to learn Philippine markets, US markets. Pero usually, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m., I discuss global markets, deep dive. Kasi lahat ng 10x opportunities in the USA. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.